Hello, we have a set of questions here that I want us to do. In our last lesson, we learned on how to determine the gradient or the slope of a straight line. And we did two questions and I left one question for you to do. And I hope you've already done that question. If you got your answer correct, ensure you drop that on my comment section. So we have a set of questions here that I want us to do, that is determining the equation of a line. So let us consider this as lesson number 2 or episode 2, the continuation of what we did in our first lesson. So we have our first question: find the equation of the following lines. So we have our first question: A as 1, 5 and B as 2, 3. So this one is A and this is B. The coordinate of A is 1, 5. The coordinate of B is 2, 3. So for us to determine the equation of a straight line, the first thing we need to do, we need to find the gradient of the line. We need to find the gradient of the line. And for us to determine the gradient of the line, we said that gradient is equal to change in y. What we said is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 minus x2 over x2 minus x1, and that amounts to our y2 is 3 minus our y1 is equal to 5 over our x2 is 2 and our x1 is equal to 1. So we end up getting our gradient as 3 minus 5 is equal to negative 2 over 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. So our gradient is equal to negative 2. After we determine our gradient, for us to now get the equation of our line, we need to choose either of these two coordinates. We can choose 1, 5 or 2, 3. So for instance, in this particular question, let us choose to take 1, 5. The reason why we are choosing 1 is because we will take this one, having our gradient as negative 2 over 1, and the arbitrary points of a line is an xy. Why are we saying an xy? For instance, if we have our straight line here, this is our A and this is our B. Our A was 1, 5, our B is 2, 3. Arbitrary point means it can be any point along that line. So what does this conclude? It concludes that the change in y minus 5, and the change in x minus 1, is also equivalent to negative 2 over 1, just as 3 minus 5 over 2 minus 1 is equal to negative 2 over 1. So the reason we've selected 1 is because the last bit of it we are going to use an arbitrary point which is equivalent to x and y. So we will now take y minus 5, that is change in y, over change in x will be x minus 1. X minus 1 is equal to negative 2 over 1. Y minus 5 over x minus 1 is equal to negative 2 minus 1. So from this point, we will now cross multiply. And when we cross multiply, we can lab and utilize this part here from where we started. So if we cross multiply, it will be 1 multiplied by 1 minus 5 is equal to negative 2 multiplied by x minus 1. And once we do that, we can now open the brackets. 1 times y is equal to y minus 1 times 5 is equal to 5 is equals to minus 2 times x is equal to minus 2x, and minus 2 times minus 1. A negative number multiplied by a negative number is equivalent to a positive number. So it will be 2 times 1 is equal to 2. Then we can now put the like terms together. We put our like terms together, and that will be y is equal to, we will take this to the other side, minus 2x plus 2 When we take negative 5 on the other side of the equal sign, it is going to be plus 5. And that will definitely give us y is equal to minus 2x plus 7. And that will be the equation of line AB. That will be the equation of line AB. Let us proceed to the second example on determining the equation of a straight line. So given our B as we have y negative 1, negative 3, and z as 0, 0, which is the origin. For us to determine the gradient, we said it is change in y over change in x. So we say this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is going to be change in y over change in x. And that is going to be 0 minus minus 3. It will be 0 minus minus 3 over 0 minus minus 1. 0 minus minus 1. So our gradient will be equal to 0 minus minus 3. A negative and a negative is equal to a positive. So it is equivalent to 0 plus 3. And that will give us a 3 over 0 minus minus 1. This is equivalent to a plus. So it will be 0 plus 1, which is equivalent to 1. And that will definitely give us a gradient of 3. So when we get our slope as 3, we will now choose one of the coordinates to use, either y or z. And for this case, you can choose any. If we decide to choose z, there is no problem, there is no harm. If we choose to use y, there is still no harm. So in this case, we can decide to also choose, z. Let's choose z in this case. So we have 0, 0. Our gradient is 3 over 1. And our arbitrary point is equivalent to x, y. So in this case, we will do the same. I hope you now understand why we introduced an arbitrary point, because we said an arbitrary point is still another coordinate existing between or maybe along or across the line yz. So in this case, we will say change in y, it will be y minus 0 over change in x will be still x minus 0 is equivalent to 3 over 1. Is equivalent to 3 over 1. And once we have that, let's lab this part. And we will have y minus 0 is equivalent to y over x minus 0 is equivalent to x is equal to 3 over 1. Once we cross multiply, it will be equal to y multiplied by 1 is equal to y is equals to 3 multiplied by x is equal to 3x. So our equation will be equal to y is equal to 3x. Let us do the last example. Let's do the last example. So in this last question, we will still do the same thing. We will first find the gradient, which is equivalent to change in y over change in x. So it will be 5 minus 4, which is equal to 1. It will be 5 minus 4 over negative 1 minus 2. So 5 minus 4 will be equal to 1 over negative 1 minus 2, it will be equal to negative 3. So that is what it is going to be like. And once we have that, we will now proceed. This is our gradient. Our gradient is 1 over negative 3 or negative a third. So we will now proceed to finding the equation of a line. We can choose one coordinate to use here. So in this case, let us choose to use 2, 4. Our gradient is negative 1 over 3. And our arbitrary points are x and y. So we will now take y minus 4 over x minus 2 is equal to negative 1 over 3. Once we have that, we will cross multiply and have 3 multiplied by y minus 4 is equal to negative 1 into bracket x minus 2. So that will definitely give us 3 times y is equal to 3y. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. So it is 3 multiplied by negative 4 is equal to negative 12 is equal to negative 1 times x is equal to negative x, and negative 1 times negative 2 is equal to plus 2. So that will give us 3y is equal to negative x plus 2. We take this to the other side to be plus 12. So we'll end up having 3y is equals to minus x plus 2 plus 12 is 14. So that will be equivalent to plus 14. So we can divide both sides by 3, by 3, by 3, and we'll end up getting our equation as y is equals to negative x over 3 plus 14 over 3. So that will be the equation of the line. Without forgetting that the general equation of a straight line is equal to y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the gradient, and c is the y-intercept. So if you clearly check our answer or our equation, you can observe that our m here is negative 1 over 3, which is our gradient, which we got here as our gradient, and our c is equal to 14 over 3. Y-intercept simply means that when that line is plotted on a Cartesian plane, it will cut the y-axis at 14 over 3. So that is generally how we express our equation in form of y is equal to mx plus c, and if you observe it clearly, it is written in that format. So given two coordinates, this is how we determine the equation of a straight line. And in our next lesson, we will be learning about parallel and perpendicular lines. What are the relationships in straight lines that are parallel to each other, and the relationship between perpendicular lines that are perpendicular to each other. So that is what we will be doing in our next lesson. If it is your first time to come across my content on my YouTube channel, ensure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell, so that each and every time I upload a new video, you'll always be updated. Also ensure you like, you subscribe, and you share this video to your fellow students, so that we can continue breaking down mathematics, simplifying mathematics, and ensure we optimize our results. Let us meet in our next lesson. Thank you.